Zealand is a small country off in the middle of the Antipodes. Approximately a 3.5 movie flight from Los Angeles, in the middle of nowhere. Perhaps most famous for being the home of Sir Edmund Hillary, the first man to climb and conquer Mount Everest. Perhaps more recently known, the home of the All Blacks, the world champion rugby team. But right here, on this little island, they made a stand against the biggest country in the world, the United States of America, where they kicked out their nuclear ships. The former Prime Minister of New Zealand, Sir David Lange, once, when commenting on the strategic importance of New Zealand world defense, the Americans had pointed out as we kicked out the nuclear warships, Lange said New Zealand was a dagger pointing at the heart of Antarctica. So really what New Zealand is known for is its wildlife. And today I'd like to take you on a tour of the wildlife capital of New Zealand, the Otago Peninsula. And it's there we're going to see some of the unique and exciting forms of wildlife in New Zealand. So come with me for an amazing trip of the Otago Peninsula that is sure to blow your mind. You hear that? Just over there, on the other side of this hill, is one of the most dangerous and yet most sociable of all of New Zealand's animals. Come. Now here we have one of the most interesting animals to be found in New Zealand. They're called the rugby player. A very strange form of social behavior going on here, as we can see two family tribes fighting it out on the field of nature. We really don't understand a lot of the behavior, even though it's been studied for years and years. One of the most interesting aspects, as you will notice here, is it's all males on the field. Yet there are females present, but on the sideline. And I suspect that we're seeing some form of either male-male competition or female choice for this group of males, almost like a lecking situation. Perhaps the females are trying to choose good genetic makeup of the males, perhaps being shown in the form of lack of parasites, for instance. What exactly is going on, we're not entirely sure, but it is quite bizarre, as you can see. Here we see the famous line-out behavior. Again, the males pitting themselves against each other in this very rough and yet climatic situation of contact sport. Perhaps we'll just leave them now and move on to one of New Zealand's other interesting attractions in terms of natural history. Come with me. And it's down there that lives the world's most endangered penguin, the yellow-eyed penguin. And it's now there we're going to next. We haven't managed to see one of the birds today, but we have found one of its nests with 2 of its precious eggs. Oh, shit! Now the kiwi, of course, is New Zealand's national bird. Very rare and, of course, nocturnal, so very difficult to see. But we have managed to find one of its nests. The golden brown color and the rather furry texture of the kiwi egg was one of the reasons why it is now endangered, because it was a delicacy for the Maoris who thrived after finding these nests and eating the eggs. Kind of like a Chinese gooseberry in a way. Here we have one of my very intelligent graduate students, as well as Carrie Ann up here on the horse. Note her ability to control the horse at every move that it's going to make.
That was pretty good, I think.
Having fun?
What
Isn't horse riding fun?
Kind of thrown me out and would not go around the corner and was just all dead keen to get rid of me. So I was like, how's that one going?
Women are supposed to have some kind of
thing away!
intercourse with intercourse. Rapport with the famous animals.
Okay, Kerry, would you like to just discuss your sort of degree of supervision you've had on your project?
Oh wow, you know, I do get rescued from things. Like, did Ian show you the place where I crashed the Hilux down the road? This is the road. As you can see, it's not a very good road, and it gets a lot worse the further down you get.
Cheryl, you want to ride? I'll give you a piggyback here.
No!
Yeah.
Ryan! Get the fuck out of it! He loves it!
And as the sun sets on Aotearoa, New Zealand's wildlife comes to a close. We're glad that you were able to join us here to see some of the fascinating animals that it has to offer. Please come back and join us sometime when Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I wanted to say that so bad. Come and see the wild animals in New Zealand.
G'day.
Oh, g'day.
What are you doing?
Oh, we're just doing a documentary for a North American audience here for wild animals in New Zealand.
So that's a camera over there.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a biologist, are you?
Oh, you could say that. Perhaps you've read my paper in American Naturalist.
No, I can't say I have.
Okay.
But what about wood rats then?
Wood rats. They're a fascinating animal. Do you know anything about wood rats?
I know quite a bit about wood rats.
Great. Look, I'm just on my way for a beer. Would you mind telling me a bit about
That'd
wood
be
rats?
really excellent.
All
I'll
right.
join you for a beer.
Good. All right, that was better.
With more feeling.
Yeah, a little more.